Hello everyone, Beskar Bricks here, and today I have something different for you all. This is a mock, but this is clearly not a Star Wars mock. This is a medieval style of mini mock that I just kind of threw together probably within the time period of maybe 40 minutes to an hour. Very short build period. It just uses very simple techniques, but I kind of like how it came out. This was originally going to be a Kashyyyk mock, but it just evolved into this. It actually was kind of late into the building process when I decided to have it in a more of a medieval style of era. It was probably when I was building the trees and I just had these basic landscape up. But, without wasting too much time, let's just get right into here. We're just going to start with this kind of, leveled place right here. There's a pathway that's the only man-made part of terrain on here, where you can just see it. The edges of it is used as dark tan, and normal tan is just used for the pathway there. I think that mix of tan maybe might give it a little bit more of a natural look, like maybe there's a little bit of wetness between the grass and the edges of the path, and just a little bit of rocks just to give it, just a little bit of rocks just to give it a little bit of a better look. But looking over here, you can see a little bit on how I do the on how I do the foliage. We'll get to the characters and what they are doing in a minute in detail, but there's a little bit of a tree stump right there. I'm not exactly sure what I think of that jumper right there, but if we turn this around, I kind of like how that looks. Now, in terms of the actual, let's just get to that. What these characters are doing, the Dragon Knights. This is a horse carrying 2 chests of luggage here. This guy has seen better days. I'm sure he'll be alright, though. I think you can count on that, definitely. He'll be fine. But you can see, he is carrying a whip and a knife. The whip, of course, for the horse, and the knife, I can only assume he saw these guys coming, so he just pulled out a knife. This archer here, doesn't look too pleased with what's going on. This guy's just ready for battle with his axe. Now, the thing that might be a bit like the most striking is the rock terrain here. I've not done really rock like this in a while. My favorite part is right there. I just really, I want it to look like a small cliff, and I think that it was achieved well. Now, the foliage here does consist of these, which consist of a carrot stem and a green flower piece, and just normal flower pieces. Populate the rest with a little bit of flowers here and there, just to give it a little bit of a splash of color. And the combination of normal green and dark green consists of the grass and other little plants. Now, moving up to the top, around the edges, I did just put a little bit of texture around, just to make it a little bit more interesting. This was actually the first time I've attempted trees in quite a while. This is just a very small trunk with just a little bit of greenery sticking out, maybe cut down at some point. Now, these guys are just really rushing. They want whatever is carrying in here, or they want it to be stopped. So we have some knights. This guy being the leader, so he has the biggest sword. My favorite guys out of all these, this guy, as you can see, he's actually holding an arrow, loading it into his crossbow, and I think that just is a little nice action going on in there. But the rest of the foliage here is very similar to what we saw before. This is, of course, the big tree. Made good use of that piece, just had a little bit more of the leaves around. Let's look at this from a different angle, just so I can give you a basic idea of what is going on here. A little bit more of a head-on view. Okay, that's fine. A little bit more of a, like I said, maybe from the other guys' perspectives. So really, oh my gosh. This is my medieval era mock here. You know what? I haven't really done one of these on this channel before, so this is really something that kind of special here. So me personally, it's small. I'm happy with it. I'm personally pleased with how it turned out, and I think that considering I'm not used to these, I'm very, very happy with the foliage aspect of this build and satisfied with the rock, where I think it could be a little bit better, but I think I did good enough. I think there's definitely some improvements that could be made, especially with that tree stump right there. But I am happy with the action that's going on here, the story that's being portrayed, and without further ado, I think I'm going to end the video here. If you end up enjoying it, maybe even consider subscribing, leaving a like, all of that fun stuff, and I hope to see you in my next video.